Next is the Share Medical Center Foundation report. Steve?
Filling in for Kelly tonight. Kelly's stepfather, Jerry Smith, is having some health issues. Kelly's with him today. He's having some test runs, so keep Jerry in your thoughts. Hopefully everything
Kelly
will go well.
texted me they had to do a stent, but he is awake and all that, and was already telling everybody what to do. So,
good deal.
I'm sure.
Kind of a final report on phase 1 of our Focus on the Future campaign. Some of us haven't been here through this whole ordeal, so I'll kind of recap briefly how this has gone. About 2.5 years ago, the hospital board started talking seriously about the conversion to electronic health records. And we quickly realized it was going to take a whole lot of money to make this thing work. So the hospital board gave the foundation marching orders that they needed to raise $2 million for phase 1 of that electronic health records conversion. We started early 2011. The first major hurdle that we completed was a grant from the Wisdom Family Foundation here in Alva of $500,000. About that same time, Charles Morton Share Trust gave us $500,000. The Share Trust also agreed to a matching gift initiative in that they would match up to $500,000 of gifts that the foundation received from the period starting November 1st of 11 through October 30th of this last year, that 1 year period. I'm happy to report that we were able to raise $436,507.79 of cash contributions, which were matched by Share Trust. And in addition to all of that, we received gifts outside of that matching period, either prior to November 1st of 11 or after October 31st of 2012 of $208,173.81 for a grand total of $2,081,189.39. So that all went well. I continue to be amazed, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Here we are in probably the worst drought in recorded history in an agricultural area, and people are willing to give this kind of money. It just amazes me. It just speaks volumes about how important people feel healthcare is, and certainly it is, but they're speaking with their pocketbooks, and it's really heartwarming to see. And I want to thank everybody, from including the Wisdom Family Foundation and the Share Trust, all the people that have contributed, including the employees at Share Medical Center, who gave over $23,000 during that period of time. So pretty impressive when your employees give back that kind of money to the employer. It says a lot. So thanks to everybody. Next item, I think everyone's got a handout that says on the front of it, the Art of Healing. Do we all have that? Hopefully. What this is a pretty impressive document that Kelly Parker and a number of other people have put together. I don't want to start naming names because I know I'm going to miss people, so we'll have to have Kelly tell us more about this in the future, because we're going to hear more and more about this. But I would encourage you to spend some time tonight, or in the next weeks, looking through this. What we're doing is we're taking our facility that has received significant upgrades over the last few years, and we're trying to turn that somewhat sterile environment into a warmer, more pleasing, more inviting environment. And we're trying to do that in a very coordinated way. So we don't, you know, sometimes you go into a place and you can tell, okay, that was one project over there, and then a couple of years later they did this over here, and it just doesn't fit together. This is an effort to bring it all together, to make it all work together and make the facility really look first class once everything's done. And it's a combination of signage, which we desperately need. I think everyone agrees that's one of the problems with this facility. You kind of tend to get lost in it sometimes. So we're going to make a real effort to improve that tremendously. We're going to bring a lot of artwork into the facility. We've already seen some of that. You guys have seen that here. We're going to be incorporating more art into the facility, and we're going to encourage local artists to help us with a donor recognition wall or something to recognize people that have contributed to the foundation and to the hospital. You know, we looked at, you can go out and for $7,000 to $10,000, you can buy a donor recognition tree that's very nice, commercially produced. It looks like a lot of the other ones you see in hospitals. But we decided, we live in a community that has a tremendous amount of artists in it. And there's a real emphasis on art in this community. So we're going to enlist the local community to come up with something to help us recognize donors. And that's part of this booklet. About halfway back, there's a section that talks about focus number 1, focus number 2, focus number 3. The focus number 3 kind of leads into that. And then the next page is a proposal and selection process for that donor recognition area. And Kelly and other people have worked diligently to really lay out what all of the requirements are, what the limitations are. You know, when you enter an environment like a hospital, you can't bring just anything into it. It has to meet certain health regulations and requirements. Fabrics have to be of certain types. You know, there's a lot of things that have to be met. So he's done a very good job of laying all that out. We're going to go out to the community with the help of art teachers and people in the art community and solicit proposals from them. Hopefully we'll get some good proposals. Someone will end up winning this competition, and it will be a financial bonanza to them, and they'll also get to display their artwork up here at the hospital. So just an ongoing effort. This is something that's going to evolve with time. It's going to be a long-term thing, but I think it's really important that we get a handle on that, and I'm excited about including the local community in what we do. The other thing that we've kind of talked about at the same time is recognizing physicians who have impacted our community and our area, and specifically Share Medical Center and its predecessors, Alva Hospital and whatever came before that. We kind of got that started back before Christmas when we were able to recognize Dr. Daniel Enser. And some of you may remember him. About everybody here's too young except for me and Arden, and maybe Rick, I don't know.